Hello there. Today I'm moving away from chain pulls to try another one of my pours through my drink pouch caps, and instead of putting down a base coat first, I'm pouring straight onto dry board. I'm using the board that is often used here in New Zealand for doing signs, particularly by real estate agents, and I'm finding it's really good for using for my practices because I don't want to use a canvas unless I'm confident that it will turn out reasonably well. So I've got 5 caps down here. I'll just actually take them off very quickly and show you. I've got my board attached to my trusty cooling rack with pieces of poster putty, or a form of blue tack as we call it here in New Zealand, so that I can pick it up fairly easily and tilt it. Alright, so I'll just pop my caps back on. Might actually paste them a little closer together towards the middle, as I've got a lot of paint and I really want to be able to fill up the caps. Now what I'm doing is I'm having my clean up my scraps of paint day today, and I've got bits of all sorts in here, from leftover jars and plastic squirt bottles from my cupboard. So I'll try and list them on the side of the video, the colours that I've got. I have silicone added to some of them, and I'll try and remember to list which ones have silicone in as well. So I'm going to now make a spout in my cup, and I'm going to start pouring slowly into the caps. It's going to be a challenge because of the type of pourer that I've got there and how full my cup is, and I'll probably end up speeding up the video because I'm going to be doing this very, very slowly. Going to tip it slightly forward this way before I take the caps off, just to bring the paint back a little. I have a feeling that my biscuit rack cooler is not very level. So I'll just now take the caps off one at a time. Oh, they're not going to come off easily. Okay, so time to get the tweezers. They come in very handy for some jobs. And So far I'm really pleased with the way the colours are coming out. They're a little muted in places and there's a lot of blending, but they're looking like once I have given them a bit of a tilt, they are going to actually look very pretty. So I'll just give them the bubbles from the centres of my cups a quick torch, and then I'm going to put on my gloves and do some tilting. Looking good so far. I've got a few cells already, and when I do this, of course, I'll probably bring up more because of the silicone in the paint. But I've got a couple of ideas of what I want to do with this now, and I was intending on completely getting away, of course, from the chains today, but I'm going to get some chains because I can't resist. And I'm going to do a little bit of chain pulling on this picture just to give it a little more, well, just make it a little different. This patch here is what I'm actually looking at. I'm quite keen on putting a chain through that and possibly that corner too and around the middle, but I'll just see how I go. And I'll get my chains and see what I can do. So first of all, I will start on this edge. And I'm going to do it dry first, and if I don't like that, then I will put some paint down and draw it through again. no more chains on there or I'll completely cover it. I just love making the chain patterns, and it has been a challenge for me doing this is something new, because from memory it's the first time I've done this type of chain pulling through with silicone. So I will just give it a quick torch, because I have no doubt that I have made a few more cells in doing this, and I will bring them to the surface to see what happens. I'm liking the cells that are there already. To me it's kind of like a woodland area with all sorts of little flowers and fungi growing, and just, yeah, fantasy. Things that I see. I like the wee cells popping through amongst the chains where I pulled the chains. It just highlights the actual chain lines. I'm going to avoid the big one, as I just love that. To me that's like a wing, an angel wing or similar. It's just so pretty. But I will see what is up and some of the others, and I can still see quite a few bubbles on there as well. Right, I'll bring you up now for a closer look. I've learned a couple of things. First of all, that using silicone when doing chains, you have to be very careful, because the silicone will actually cause some of the colours to obliterate what you have done with the chains, as down in that corner there, the left hand corner. And the colours, if I was going to use them again, I probably would avoid the black. I love the rest of them, but I would not have used the black. And there's my beautiful wing. I think that is just gorgeous. So pleased with that. But the colours and the patterns, I'm really pleased with. I love the fact that I added the blue. I wasn't going to, because I didn't think it would merge so well with the turquoise and the yellow and the gold and those types of colours. But that has been another learning curve for me. I probably will do future chain pulls with silicone, and I think it's going to be very hard for me to wean myself away from using the chains. I'm going to have to put them under lock and key if I want to do just a regular pour without them. Well, that's it for me, for my painting for today. Once again, thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time.